Alright guys, so the oven is now preheated. We're going to go ahead and pop this in. Make sure you've got your oven light on so you can see what you're doing. Check the back, make sure it just barely fits in there. Your front should be good, not touching over here. Close it up. Verify that it's not bumping anything on the front of the light. You don't want it to be hitting, otherwise you might have to just scoot it back that extra millimeter or two. It really makes the difference. And go ahead and set your timer. I'm going to start off with 11 minutes today because 10 didn't work last time. I'm just going to go ahead and let that sit. I'll keep my eyes on it. Check it every few minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and clear the workspace I'm going to be using to separate the light. Alright, it's coming up on close to 5 minutes in the oven, so what I just did was open the door a little bit, just kind of check the front of the lens, making sure nothing's touching the front, nothing's melting, everything's good. And so there's nothing to worry about. The light's in there properly. We've got another 6 minutes on the clock, and I went ahead and, let me rotate the camera, I went ahead and cleared the counter off right here where we're going to be taking the light apart. Both sets of gloves. For both of us taking it apart, you're going to have your oven mitt to take it out of the oven real quick, and then you just bring it right over here. We're going to take it off the tray and set the tray aside and then go to work trying to peel the light, and you'll see exactly how we do it. We're going to be using a flathead screwdriver as well. We're about to cover it up in this tape we bought to not damage the light at all, because you can tell whenever you're trying to use it to pry that you're going to be damaging that plastic if you don't have it covered up a little bit with something like this tape here. Okay, so we just made our first attempt to try and take the light apart after 11 minutes in at 250 degrees, just the way I showed you guys. We just made a little bit of progress, but not quite enough. I don't know if the silicone was hot enough, so we just put it back in for another 3 minutes. We made a little progress, but just not enough, and I don't think it was quite ready. So popped it in for another 3 minutes, and then we're going to give it another shot. Alright, so instead of leaving it in for the full 3 minutes, we're going to take it out right at 2.5, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it out of the oven. Here we go, this will be the second try. Just start pulling slowly. Have somebody helping you prying with anything you can find. Screwdriver works well. We've got to get this clip off of here. Screwdriver down like I just did. Alright, here it comes. Once you start hearing some crackling, that's always good news. Yeah, try and get this side some more. There's one more clip up here by the boomerang part. Just got the boomerang done. And there you have it. Now go ahead and while it's hot, take off your gloves and try and press all that silicone right where you need it for the reinstall later. Because it's all gooey, it just kind of gets everywhere when you're taking these things apart.
Yeah, I went to no, because it was really, really hot.
Yeah.
Should I mention that these lights have never been opened before?
So I mean, there you have it. That was 250 degrees. Just make sure you place it lens down. You want to put it on the bottom here.
Say lens up.
And 250 for 11 minutes. We went a little longer than we did on the first light. The first light we went 10 minutes. It wasn't hot enough on either of them, so we decided to go with an additional 3 minutes on the first headlight that we did the other day. On this one we went with an additional 2.5 minutes. And you can see it's still tough. So you just got to really work at it. It takes a lot of time. You just got to pull, have somebody prying. What really helped was getting the screwdriver and running it down the edge. That really helps and makes a big difference. There's also a few, little snap clips that you're going to have to you can just muscle as you're pulling, just kind of remove the clip, or you can use the screwdriver to kind of pry at it a little bit, but you'll have to get those clips loose. Always start at the front. You can see I was kind of yanking on the, kind of had my hands around the plastic here. You're not going to hurt anything if you're pulling on this right here. You won't damage anything. Same with up here by the boomerang. You just get a good hold on it. You can really get your fingers around that good, and you can start pulling it. We didn't damage either light, so maybe it was luck, maybe it wasn't, but